Hello everyone, welcome to the Oracle of the Central Sun. Today's video is about some magical energies that are happening in the sky for us, in the energies of astrology, and this is all happening between mid-September and mid-December. So I wanted to talk about this whole time span because we are going to evolve and grow in unexpected ways between now and December. And the reason for this is the magic of a sequential grand trines in the sky that is unfolding between the planets. And a grand trine is magical by itself in the sense that because we have 12 signs in the zodiac, and when a triangle forms in the sky, we actually have aspects that work with different elements. So between mid-September and mid-October, we have a grand air trine working with the elements of air in the sign of Aquarius, of Gemini, and of Libra. And then after that, we will have a grand water trine, and this is working with the signs of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So this feels quite significant. I've never seen anything like this unfold before, where we are working with, first of all, a month-long sequence in air grand trines, and then between 25 October and the 6th of December we have the trines forming between the water signs. So air is all about the mind, it's about communication, it's about things happening very swiftly and very fast. Air is about how we breathe, how we think, how our mind works, how we communicate with others. And then water is about our emotions. It's how we flow with life. It's how we flow around obstacles. It's about our bodies. You know, yes, our body can be earth element, but our body is also a very, very high percentage of water. So it is about connecting mind and heart. It's about connecting thoughts and body. And all of these things can beautifully evolve, because when a trine forms, it is a flowing aspect. It is an aspect of ease. And it is an aspect of great potential if we tap into this time. So of course, there are other things happening in the sky at the same time, which will be unfolding between now and December. And really, things should never be taken in isolation. But this is such an important energy that is unfolding that I wanted to speak to this in isolation today, because it's going to bring a lot of evolution. It's going to bring a very open, flowing and positive energy in order for us to evolve. You know, sometimes we do evolve with squares and oppositions, and those can feel more challenging energies to get through and to evolve with. So be open to these beautiful trines, grand trines that are happening in the sky between now and mid-December, and really flow with this. I'm not going to get into too much of the nitty-gritty aspects, because first of all, the grand trine is going to happen between the air signs, then it moves to the water signs. So all in all, for each rising sign, we're going to have 6 signs in total involved in this. Please look it up. Please book a reading if you feel you want to get more into the nitty-gritty of this, because it really is something important. But today I really wanted to just highlight this for us. I wanted to bring to your attention that this can be a beautiful time of ease and flow of evolution in certain parts of our lives and certain parts of our charts. And yes, to be open and to work with these energies. So what I want to offer you today is simple guidance from the Ching. I've been working with the Ching since 2004. I find it incredibly accurate and incredibly inspirational when it comes to guidance in my life and in the life of my clients. So that's what I want to offer you today by rising sign, which I will get into shortly. So what is unfolding in the air trine that is happening first is that the air trine will happen between Pluto and Uranus at the start of their respective signs, Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus in Gemini. And then the sequence will happen first on the 19th of September. We had a grand air trine there with Mercury aspecting Pluto and Uranus. Then on the 24th, we will have the Sun forming a grand trine with Pluto and Uranus. And then on the 14th of October, we will have Venus forming a grand trine with Pluto and Uranus. So as you can see, this is a whole sequence that unfolds over a month. And it happens between Mercury, the Sun, and Venus. So apart from the fact that it's happening in air signs, which is about our thoughts, our communication, and really fast moving elements of air, Mercury will bring more in on communication and thought patterns. The Sun will bring more in about how we change ourselves and the storyline of our lives. And Venus will bring those energies in of our relationships, of our creativity. So there's a whole unfolding and a beautiful sequence with the air grand trine. Then with the water grand trines, this is going to start from the 25th of October and end on the 6th of December. And this is also happening between, with the planets of Jupiter and Saturn in their signs. Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn retrograde in Pisces. And the grand trine unfolds first of all with Mercury, then with Mars, then with the Sun, then again with Mercury retrograde, then with Venus, and then the last time with the Mercury retrograde, now moving forward again on the 6th of December. So again, there's a story unfolding here, which you can see how this is going to play out for you. Mercury involved in the water trine with Jupiter and Saturn will be on the 25th of October, Mars on the 27th of October, then the Sun on the 16th of November, Mercury retrograde again on the 22nd of November, then we have Venus involved on the 26th of November, and as Mercury is now going forward again, it's going to make the trine again on the 6th of December. So there's a lot of energies involved in this grand water trine. Mercury is involved with our thoughts and our minds. Mars is involved with how we take action, how we deal with conflict. The Sun is involved with who we are, the storylines of our lives. And Venus again is involved with our relationships, our creativity. So there's so much that can change here for us, and so much that can evolve in an easy, flowing, open aspect of a grand trine. So Yes, if you want to know more, get in touch, book a reading. I would love to make this very specific for you to your own chart. So I'm going to get into the guidance from the Ching by rising sign, and I'm going to give one guidance for the air grand trine and then one guidance for the water grand trine. So my guidance today, I wanted to keep it really simple. From the Ching, I'm using the Little Book of Changes. It's a pocket Ching by Peter Crisp. I really love the simplicity and the accuracy of this book. So for Aries rising, for the air grand trine, which is between September and mid-October, your guidance is hexagram 19, which is titled Approaching Greatness. How do you approach greatness? Very humbly. A humble heart and a tolerant attitude create a safe atmosphere where people want to do their best. This is how a good teacher becomes a great teacher. Once you get the ball rolling, maintain the momentum. The excitement in the early stages is bound to diminish. Defeat the threat of boredom by keeping your approach fresh. And then for Aries rising, for the water grand trine, which is between the 25th of October and the 6th of December, you get hexagram 36. And this is called darkness descending. While the forces of darkness surround you, keep a low profile and stay safe at home. Your talent may not be recognized and your true worth may not be valued. You let many things pass, but you are not fooled. Keep the flame burning. Keep it safe. The darker it gets out there, the brighter it looks inside. So this can sound a little bit ominous. Please always keep in mind that the Ching was written thousands and thousands of years ago. It's very symbolic, it's very poetic. So this feels like guidance to really stay the course, to really know that you are approaching your greatness, but you are approaching it from the inside out. So really stay inside, watch what is going on in the outside world, don't get too involved, and really set your boundaries with what you let in and how you are shining your light from the inside out. And then for Taurus rising, for the air grand trine, your guidance is hexagram 46. And the air grand trine is happening between September and mid-October. And this is called growing for it. The passion you have for things you do enables you to push upward and reach for the stars. Self-confidence makes all the difference. The tree of your life is rooted in good earth, full of nutrients and moisture. Your branches are supple and strong. The leaves know what to do with sunlight, so grow for it. Make the effort to reach upward and attain your goals. The incredible beauty of this tree is just, it goes on growing. And then Taurus, for the water grand trine, which is between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 4, and it's called playing the fool. If you lack experience, you need a good teacher. If you have a good teacher, pay attention and do what the teacher tells you. The folly of youth is a fact of life. Playing the fool goes with the territory, but there comes a time when you have to grow up. If you listen to what is being said, you can receive the wisdom and not be fooled again. So there's something here for Taurus about growing wiser, about learning from others. I really, really love this guidance. Then for Gemini rising, for your guidance for the air grand trine between September and October is hexagram 33. And that is called retreating. Sometimes a retreat into a place of tranquility is just what the doctor ordered. So for you, Gemini, this might be a time, September, October, where you need rest, where you need to lie low, where you need to go inward. Retreat need not be running away. It can be a sign of strength. By putting distance between yourself and the hostile forces, you bring them to a standstill. You remain calm and dignified. Because even when retreating, especially when retreating, a human being must have dignity. And then Gemini, for the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 52, and that is keeping still. Take some time, forget your anxiety about the future, let go of your anguish about the past, focus on the moment called now. Your restless heart needs to be still for you to feel tranquil, safe at home. Far from the madding crowd, find a peaceful spot, keeping the spine straight, and breathe. As the conflicting opinions in your head begin to subside, your clarity will arise, the sacred mountain within. Gemini, this is beautiful. So both of these messages for you are about keeping still, going inward and waiting for that clarity to arise. Then for Cancer rising, so for you Cancer, the air grand trine between September and October, your guidance is called falling for love. Every day is a miracle waiting to happen. And falling in love means being free. Life is full of surprises, like when you fall in love with a person or a place, with a song or an idea, with a story or a prayer. Defenses come down. Your heart leaps within you. The tyranny of time is overthrown, and all of a sudden, nothing's a choice. Losing yourself in order to let yourself go, only to discover the ones you have most only to discover the ones you love the most drive you the craziest. This is beautiful because this is about love. This is about falling in love with everyday things and also finding that balance of attachment. And then for Cancer rising, the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 49. And this reads, welcoming change. Change is good. By recognizing and acknowledging the cyclical nature of life, by going with the flow, you can enjoy success. Change is inevitable. Summer yields to autumn. Winter dissolves into spring. An animal molts. A snake sheds its skin. A spider renews its skeleton. You too are bound to change. It's all in the timing. When the time is right, You can change your world. When people believe in you, it really is your day. A lot of changes coming your way, Cancer. And you can be open to it because the time is now. And then for Leo rising, for the air grand trine between September, October, your guidance is hexagram 64. Before completing, you're on the cusp between the old order and the new. Take as much care with the last step of the journey as with the first. Tread carefully like an old fox crossing a frozen river. The priority has to be making it safe to the other side. As fire leaps up, reaching the sun, as water flows down to the ocean, you will find your true home in the end and see it for the first time. So there's a cusp here between an ending and a beginning for Leos in the between September, October, that can lead to a really, really powerful new beginning, because it says you'll find your home for the first time. And then for Leo, for the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 5. It is called waiting. Patience is a gift. Like kindness, you have an abundant reserve of patience within you. Learn how to use it, and you'll see a beautiful transformation in your life. Waiting is an art, ancient and timeless. Waiting is a seed full of life certainty. Waiting is a drop on its way to becoming a river. Waiting is knowing. Timing is everything. While you're waiting, eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we dine. So again, for Leos, there's an extended place here of being between the old and the new, and you're really being guided to find patience with the waiting. And it says here that if you can learn to wait, your life will transform in a beautiful way. So then for Virgo, your guidance for the air grand trine is hexagram number 50. And this is called the cauldron. Now you're cooking. Like a ceremonial vessel that serves to nourish the people, you play a central role in the tribe. Contemplate the cauldron, the cooking vessel at the heart of an ancient Chinese society, an object of great beauty, serving the practical purpose of cooking, while standing as a sacred vessel in which to offer the fruits of your labors to the gods. What you offer to the people of the world with sincerity and reverence will bring you good fortune and success. And then for Virgos, the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 52. And this is keeping still. Take your time. Forget your anxiety about the future. Let go of your anguish about the past. Focus on the moment called now. Your restless heart needs to be still for you to be tranquil, safe at home, far from the madding crowd. Find a peaceful spot, keeping the spine straight, and breathe. As the conflicting opinions in your head begin to subside, your clarity will arise, the sacred mountain within. And then for Libra rising, for the air grand trine between September and October, your hexagram guidance is number 15. It reads the cauldron. Now you're cooking. Like a ceremonial vessel that serves to nourish the people, you play a central role in the tribe. Contemplate the cauldron, the cooking vessel at the heart of ancient Chinese society, an object of great beauty, serving the practical purpose of cooking while standing as a symbol of a sacred vessel in which to offer fruits of your labors to the gods. What you offer to the people of the world with sincerity and reverence will bring you good fortune and success. And then Libra, for the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 16, which is called enthusing. To be enthused is to be filled with divine inspiration. When you are inspired, you are inspiring. As a thunderstorm relieves tension, refreshing the earth, music brings joy to the heart. Following the line of least resistance, you get the people moving. They are on your side. Like a rainbow bridge, you make the connection between heaven and earth. You've got the whole world in your hands when you know the secret of enthusiasm. And then for Scorpio rising, for you, the guidance for the air grand trine between September and October is hexagram 17, which is called following. Following the path that feels right to you will take you to where you really want to go. The path you are on was made for you if you stay on it. You will find it easygoing when you learn to listen. You will be heard when you learn to follow. You will know how to lead. Your ability to adapt to the changes around you inspires confidence in your followers. When you've had a long day on the trail, better to get some rest. And then for the water grand trine, Scorpio, your guidance is hexagram 26, and this is between October and December. 26 is called holding on to greatness. You can draw on the ancient wisdom teachings to strengthen your character. Your success is so close, you can taste it. All this energy building up inside is about to be released. Get ready for the ride of your life. Hold on. Hold fast to what you know to be true. Hold back till the time is just right. Hold on to your dreams as they turn into reality. I really, really love this for you, Scorpio. Holding on to greatness. And then for Sagittarius rising, for the air grand trine between September and October, your guidance is hexagram 3, and this is called beginning. In the beginning is the word, and the word is now. Beginning can be a difficult time when extra care must be taken, whether it's a newborn baby, an idea or an initiative, a journey or a work of art. Best to be prepared. When it's time to bring order out of chaos, helping hands are most welcome. Once the clutter has been cleared, the dust has settled, the scene is set. Let us begin. So there's definitely a beginning here for you, Sagittarius, that you can really step into, and where people will show up to come and assist you. And then for Sagittarius rising, for the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 19. And this is approaching greatness. How do you approach greatness? Very humbly. It's all in your approach. A humble heart and a tolerant attitude create a safe atmosphere where people want to do their best. This is how a good teacher becomes a great teacher. Once you get the ball rolling, maintain the momentum. The excitement in the early stages is bound to diminish. Defeat the threat of boredom by keeping your approach fresh. And then for Capricorn rising, for the air grand trine between September and October, your guidance is hexagram number 8. And this is called joining forces. You are the river, and the river is you. Now is the time to unite with kindred spirits. In a common cause, working together, you can achieve great things that you can't do alone. For you to take the lead of such forces, to be the center of attention, you will need to be strong, consistent, and clear. So if you're still not sure, ask the oracle for more. So this is a time we are called to be a leader, Capricorn. We are called to be a leader, but also to unite with others and really find your own clarity within. And then for the water grand trine between October and December, Capricorn, your guidance is hexagram 23, which reads falling apart. When the old order is collapsing, find shelter in the sanctuary of your heart. Prepare to embrace the new. Keep a low profile, conserve your energy. There's not much that can be done now when things are falling apart. It's time to let them go. Stay true to your generous nature. Be benevolent. Hold on to your inner equilibrium. Stay safe in a quiet heart until the good times return. So there is a naming here of some challenging times where the old is falling away and you are being called to be strong in order to step forward and to embrace the new. And it says take shelter in the sanctuary of your heart. So this can be a beautiful time, but also a challenging time in letting go of old things. And then for Aquarius rising, for the air grand trine between September and October, your guidance is hexagram 8, which is joining forces. You are the river, and the river is you. Now is the time to unite with kindred spirits in a common cause. Working together, you can achieve great things that you cannot do alone. For you to take the lead of such forces, to be the center of attention, you will need to be strong, consistent, and clear. So if you are not sure in your clarity, ask the oracle for more guidance. And then Aquarius rising, for the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 7, which is an army of you. You are the force to be reckoned with. Discipline is the key to success. You have courage and strength. the ability to inspire others. But just as muscles need exercise if they are to be strong, your talents must be employed for you to develop and grow. When the leader lacks discipline, what hope is there for the army? So you are called to find discipline in whatever is unfolding for you at this time, Aquarius. And then for Pisces rising, for the air grand trine between September and October, your guidance is hexagram number 12, which is called standing still. When all around you are losing their heads, you can keep yours simply by standing still. Stand still, very, very still. Take a look around. Bide your time. Mind your own business. Don't be fooled by tempting offers. Until you know it's time to make your move, then go for it. If you stand still for too long, it might turn into stagnation. So there's a call here for you, Pisces, to really know, to find your own stillness within, and through that to know when the right time is to move forward again. And then for Pisces, for the water grand trine between October and December, your guidance is hexagram 44, which is coming together. Meeting people halfway so both parties benefit is a good thing. But be aware of people who might try to take advantage. When the benign influence of heaven meets the receptive earth, all creatures prosper. When people are drawn together to make the world a better place, transparency is key. Any hidden agenda will bring harm. Be prepared to compromise, but come to the meeting with a clear vision of what you are trying to achieve. Watch out for weaker elements who appear harmless. You could undermine all your good work. So this is almost like a bit of a warning for you, Pisces, to really be aware of who you get involved with and how you make your decisions, and be aware of other people's motivations. So I absolutely love the guidance from the Ching. It's always very clear, and you can always come back to this reading between now and December and really see how this unfolds for you, and come back to this guidance. Like I said, the Ching is always so spot on, and in hindsight you always see exactly what was meant. But maybe write this guidance down somewhere, take it with you, make notes, and walk with this between now and December and see how things unfold. So I am open to personal sessions, healing sessions, astrology sessions, a combination of the both, of both healing and astrology. I work with connection to yourself, to your relationships, to life, to the universe, to spirituality. I would love to guide you in any of these ways in your life. And feel free to subscribe and share if this resonates with you. Please buy me a coffee if you find value here. And I will see you again next time.